Welcome back to Taking a Risk with George. I got a crazy idea while working on these Petoskey stones and I want to share it with you guys. You guys are either going to see me do something genius or burn my house down. So for the last hour I've been chiseling at this bad boy here, trying to get all these pits out. I'm about halfway done and I've been doing this for about an hour, so covered in dust. So an idea struck my mind that I have a grout digger for my oscillating tool. It's a grit blade. I'm gonna see if I can just use it to either cut this or shave it off in pieces to just dig it out. So let's see what happens. Safety first, folks. Safety and then fog. Ooh, something stinks in here. Alright, looks like it's gonna work. So not bad. This thing was covered in pits. It was terrible, so she's not pretty, but she will be as soon as I'm done sanding her to completion. I'm going to work a little longer to get these extra little pits out, and then I'm going to start sanding it. Tool overheated. That just shows you how long these take to get into the right shape for a good sanding. This thing is burning my hand. I love rigid tools, but honestly this is the biggest piece of junk they have. And it's sadly one that I use a lot. You ready for some noise? Plugging in an air compressor. Alright, so here's the final product. After grinding it away, I got all the pits out. Now it just needs a really good sanding. And this thing should come out pretty. My original design was I wanted it to be a kidney bean. I was going to dig all this out and just make it into a cute little bean, but now it looks like a little baby. There's a little head and he's wrapped up in a blanket, so we'll see. I'll probably stick with this design. I don't want to take any more material out. Here's it wet. It's on a coarse grind, so you're not going to see any Petoskey. You can kind of see one shining through a little bit right there, but as soon as I sand this out and make this into a nice fine shine, all those beautiful Petoskey's will reappear. So stay tuned for that. So that was sanded down to an 80 grit. And the Petoskey's are starting to resurface. You probably can't see it, but it's got a red streak going through right here. Hopefully when I get to a finer grit, it'll show. And it's a lot darker than some of the other ones that I've done. So that noise you guys hear in the background is my rock tumbler, and basically this is what it's doing in there. It's got a grit, and it's got water, and it's turning it into this paste while it grinds up against it. That's literally all a rock tumbler does. It does what nature does over hundreds of thousands of years in just a few weeks. It pretty much simulates waves crashing over the rocks over several 100,000 years. Dropped my baby. The stone is getting prettier and prettier, but I'm noticing well, I won't say a lot, I'll say a few ugly spots. For instance, there's one right there. It looks like a giant zit. And there's another one on this side. That's probably not going to show. Right where my finger is, right there. It's just like a little pit that I didn't completely get out. Other than that, this is a really pretty rock. There's a lot of beautiful Petoskey's. It's super shimmery. Of course, it's not going to show. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, look at that shimmer. You might think this is a Petoskey, but it's really a Takingarizkwithgeorgegeorge. This is only at a 240 grit. So this thing's going to shine real nice. when I get it all the way up to a 2,000 grit. I better get working. It's 600. Dippy. Some dippy. Now I do have a 400, but I tend to skip it, and I don't know why. I think it's because I don't have it in a sticky version like this one, the hook and loop version. I have it in just a regular sandpaper version that I have to hold, and I just don't like to hold it. I will end up doing that with the highest grit that I have, because once again I don't have that in a hook and loop version. But that one, being the last one, I don't mind. It's worth it. This is a much darker stone as well, and it's funny because I think the darker ones are from Petoskey, Michigan, and the lighter ones are from around Kelley's Island. So it's cool to find dark ones over on Kelley's Island. I wonder if people find light ones over on Petoskey, Michigan Island. I'm sure there's once again a professional somewhere saying, "You're completely wrong." Or they're just a critic. That's more likely. There's no professionals watching me. Oh yeah, she's pretty. Especially coming from a super pitty piece that I didn't think was gonna turn out well at all. My heckler is back. Can you guys hear him? For every joke I tell, he's there. There's the diamond sparkly one, right where my middle finger is. Of course, it's not gonna sparkle for you guys. I love that brownish red streak. It's going through it. So close, people. Or person. Probably only one person watching this. That's me. Probably sitting on a couch right now watching this, yelling at myself. You missed a spot! You're terrible! Thank cricket, man. You're gonna make me quit comedy. Silent. Rude. So smooth. It's such a wonderful thing to feel this from start to finish. Alright, so I just did a dry 1500. I'm going to do a wet 1500 as well. I have a piece somewhere. There it is. Just because I like it so much. Oh, yeah, that is wonderful. If you happen to be watching and you see a stone you like, they are all pretty much available for purchase, all the ones that I'm doing. All you have to do is shoot me an email. My email is always in my description below. And if you don't know how to find the description below, it's just takingarizkwithgeorgegeorge@gmail. Should have probably told you guys to grab a pen, since that'll be so hard to remember. Takingarizkwithgeorgegeorge@gmail. And the value of them can be $10, $25, $50. This one will probably be about $50. I still have the first one that I did. This one's going for $130. The little dragon's egg, I might keep this one. I really like this one. And if somebody offers me $50 for it, it's theirs. But I would like to keep it. I have quite a few, but I don't think I have any like that. Alright, last but not least, my 2000 grit. Here she is. Dunk, dunk. They are priced fairly, I believe. I do measure and weigh them and compare them with others. But I also have a bunch of unpolished ones if anybody wants to offer me money for those. From what I've been reading, now I've seen two different prices. I've seen $4 a pound for unpolished, and I've seen $10 a pound for unpolished. I don't know why there's such a difference. If anybody would like a pound of stones unpolished, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a bargain and put it right in the middle with $7 a pound unfinished. And also from what I've read, the stones, it's about 7 per pound. So you get 7 about, not these ones, this one's a little heavier, so about 7 of these, somewhere in between this and this, 7 of those for a pound. Oh, I love the way this feels. And you will too, promise. You guys literally watch me from start to finish pretty much, except for the hour beforehand when I decided to show you guys what I was doing, since I remembered that I had that oscillating tool piece that I've never used. I've had that for like 2.5 years, never used it. It's just been sitting in my toolbox. Just happened to glance over at it. Oh my goodness, that's the most refreshing feeling when I put it in the water and I get all the mud, is what I like to call it, off. And it just, it's so slick, so smooth. Oh my goodness. So pretty. This one has, it's like, it almost looks like diamonds just going through it, and it looks like tiger stripes. That's what I've been thinking to myself. It looks like tiger stripes. So this will probably be the tiger kidney baby. or the baby tiger kidney. I haven't started listing on eBay yet because I would love to give you guys the first chance to get them. But after a certain period of time, if I have a whole bunch of stones and nobody's buying them, then I will resort to eBay. And I know they're going to fly. And these are, the way I'm doing it is what's known as an ultra high polished shine. And these go for the most money. And it has to be by hand too. You can use tools, but it has to be the way I'm doing it, all the way from start to finish, low grit to the highest grit, by hand. The rock tumbler ones, those are not going to look anything like this. Those take about a month, so stay tuned for that episode. That episode is coming in about a month or so. And those, they're going to look nice, but they're not going to look anything. In my opinion, those are going to look the way they look after hundreds of thousands of years when you find them on the beach. So they're going to look nice, but they're only going to be polished up to a certain lower grit. It's not going to be anywhere near a 2000. It's probably going to be somewhere between a 400 and a 600. Oh, one more spot. Just slightly different than the rest of it. It's so crazy how I'm getting used to that feeling and learning where the rougher spots are. Oh, yeah. And that little zit spot, there's no sanding that out. It's going to be slightly rougher than the rest of it no matter what I do. Because it's not actual Petoskey, it's something else. But this is such a cool piece. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I found one more spot. For now. Probably find another one as soon as I rinse it off again. Oh, this is the red stripe tiger kidney baby kidney tiger. Baby tiger kidney. The red stripe baby tiger kidney. I have the dragon's egg. I don't have names for the other two except for Petoskey. And my firstborn. That is it. I am done with this piece, and it is magnificent. At least feeling-wise. I do really like the way it looks as well. And there's that beautiful little diamond piece. I wish it would shine for you guys. There it goes. A little bit of sparkle there. Sparkle, sparkle. It's right here. And then, once again, there's the red stripe on it. So cool. And I'm sure the camera will pick it up. All the tiger stripe looking slashes through it. Thanks for watching, and once again, if you want to purchase Takingarizkwithgeorgegeorge at Gmail, and just make me an offer. Tell me which ones you like and make me an offer, and I'll tell you how much I think they're worth. Ah! Footy foot. Hi, kitty girl. Are you trying to watch your show and I'm just bugging you? Learning how to count. Pulling on my beard like a little turd.
Why?
I'm sorry, you're not a